Hello and welcome to TW White & Son Suzuki. This is a Suzuki Vitara S that's just come into stock in a lovely pearlescent white and the 5-spoke black alloys. Rear parking sensors with reverse camera. Keyless entry as well. Got your nice little spoiler which goes with the Vitara S. And then an added extra, some wind deflectors. Indicators on the mirrors there with demisting mirrors as well. You've got your projector bumper there too with your running LEDs with bumper protection. So this is also a ALLGRIP model as well, which means it's a 4-wheel drive with option to lock diff. It does mainly drive and 2-wheel drive if you just have it on automatic. So just giving you the driver's door there, so just doing like I do that snake. So this being a 2-owner vehicle, we've got front and rear electric windows, manual locking from the inside, as well as the electric folding mirrors. So if I push that button, you'll see the mirror come in like so, and the mirrors go out. So it doesn't automatically lock when you lock the car, so it is something you have to push when leaving the vehicle. So I'm going to show you the inside now, which for a vehicle that is 8 years old is in very good condition. So this car has only done 47,973 miles in its lifetime, which is well under average mileage. Now I'm going to show you the rear offside passenger door. So again, no marks or stains or anything like that, and again coming to the rear of the vehicle, wonderful condition. So again, no marks or stains or anything like that. And you've got your lovely suede seating as well there, with the leather and red stitch that goes around, which also, if you can see, is red around the steering wheel. So red stitch steering wheel which matches the seats, red around the dials there for the blowers, and the odometer screen as well. So they do go to the full extent on these cars, which is a lovely touch actually. So let's show you the rear of the car now. So as I push the button there, there's your reverse camera, keyless entry if you ever need to get into it as well. But then this opens up to a lovely open spacious boot, which if you want to make more space, you can drop the full floor there, and that gives you all the extra space, as well as you are able to remove the side pockets there as well. So if you need to extend, you can do so. So if you like a bit of golf, I'm sure you could fit all your irons in there, just not your driver. Okay, 60-40 split seating with the overtop tether. It does have ISOFIX as well, so if you have got kids, it does have ISOFIX. So again, near side rear passenger door, all marks on it like that. Again, fabulous condition. You've got seats, and there is the ISOFIX as I was telling you about. And then we come to the front near side passenger door. Again, no marks over that. Show the condition of the seats. Good. And then your headliner as well, no marks on the roof line there at all whatsoever, with the interior lights. So let's bring you back round to the driver's side, and I will show you how some of the electronics work. So this being a Vitara S, they don't make this model anymore because they discontinued it because they brought out the new Vitara, which they're all now 1.4 turbo. Now them being all 1.4 turbo, you can get an ALLGRIP model, which really limited the S model because there used to be a 1.6 model at the time that this was made. So you've got your front and rear, so that's your radar brake, which you can turn off. Hill descent control, auto start stop, again you can turn these off just by pushing and holding them down for a few seconds. You'll get a beep on the odometer screen and then that'll cancel out. Parking sensors, traction control if you ever need to turn it off. You'd only really use that if you're putting the car into lock diff mode to do some proper off-road driving. And then your rear fog lights as well, so just touch of a button and that will come on. Keyless entry and keyless engine start stop there as well. This will be your adaptive cruise control, so you can set a distance between you and your car. I always say the lines, they generally mean like a car distance. So the first line I would say is like a 2 car distance, and then your 3 car and 4 car distance. So you can leave a gap between them. So if they start slowing down, the car will keep its distance until they've moved out of the way, so you can go back up to speed. The infotainment screen buttons, so change between music channels or between your music for the next song, etc. So if you want to use Bluetooth, or you want to connect your phone via USB to use the Android Auto or CarPlay, then you can use the function buttons on here just by hitting the mode button as well. So this does have standard Bluetooth if you don't want to use any of the Android Auto or Apple iPhone. So you've got your answer and hang up, and then your point of interest button. But if you have connected your phone, like I said before, you push and hold, you can either use Siri or Google Assist. Automatic window wipers and automatic lighting. So it doesn't do automatic high beam, low beam, it just does the lighting for you. So whenever it gets a bit dark, or you go through a tunnel or anything like that, it will turn them on. So as I said to you earlier, this car's only done 47,973 miles. Average miles per gallon in one of these. For urban driving, I would probably say you're going to get roughly 38 to 40. Long distance driving, so motorway sort of driving, you'll probably push between 43, 44. So quite reasonable for a 1.4 turbo engine. Again, it's not a really heavy car, so the engine does have the capacity to give you a good MPG. So let's show you down the center console hole. This is where you can put the car into 4-wheel drive or sports mode. So if I twist that to sport, you'll see that's now says sport. So what that does really just gives you higher revs between the gear changes. So normally the cutoff point is anything between 3 and 4. This will push it to more like 5, 6 or 6,500 revs. Then you've got your auto mode. So auto means that standard 2-wheel drive on the front, if you lose traction, it's going to throw where you're going to get most traction on the rear of the vehicle, as well as turn that to the left. You're now in snow and mud mode. So snow and mud mode means that puts it in permanent 4-wheel drive, which you can hit the lock def. So that means lower torque output, but better control on the road. It is a 6-speed manual gearbox, so to put it in reverse, you do have a lift up here, so you would have to lift it up and bring that back to you. When you've done that, your parking sensors will beep to enable, and there's your reverse camera as well. So it gives you the guidelines. It doesn't turn with the steering wheel, unfortunately, but it does give you the guidelines in terms of how far you are between the distance behind you, as well as in front of you as well. Sensors wise forwards, camera and sensors going backwards. But obviously red line means close to that point there, don't go any further. Down here, this is where you would connect your telephone via the USB cable, and then you've got your normal 12 volt, which obviously used to be the cigarette lighter port, which they don't do anymore. You've got your climate control there, so that means you can set a distance by 0.5 of a temperature at a time, so you can change it gradually, as well as choose any of these functions. So with the air conditioning, auto mode. So auto mode means that when you change the temperature, that you'll notice that the direction of the wind will change depending on what the temperature is outside and inside, but it will self-adjust on auto. So there you go. So you see I've hit auto and it's changed it, and you'll notice that when you change temperature, the direction of the wind will change with that. So let's just put that back to normal. Okay, lovely. Now this is the infotainment screen. So your options are AM, FM, DAB radio. Now you'll notice you've got DAB and then DAB AST. Reason for that, same as FM1, FM2 and FM AST. And the other two is because they only give you 6 channels per listing. So if you want more than one, you can just tap on the other one and then you can fill up the other 6. As simple as that. Or you can just connect your phone via Bluetooth, iPod, USB, whatever works for you. That car does come with sat nav. Now it doesn't give you live traffic information in terms of sat nav, so it is just going to give you a gradual idea of how long it's going to take you to get to a certain destination, but it will get you there. Very easy to update your maps. Obviously you just take it to your local Suzuki dealer, they take the SD card out and they can update that for you. And then you've got a lovely inbuilt clock as well. So these aren't standard in Vitaras anymore. They don't tend to do them anymore, but this would be something that is a good little feature to have in this car, just to make it a bit more unique. Well, I hope you really enjoyed the video on this car, and I hope that you would give us a call to book yourself a test drive. More than happy to book you in. Just bring your driver's license along with you. Our telephone number is 01372 414 414, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much.